Yes, boss. See the topic, man. That ice is so good. Just because you weren't raised right doesn't give you an excuse to screw people over. Now, you probably never heard of this before, but I'm going to just go ahead and make it real suave. You know, in life, there are people who try and make excuses for, like, the BS that they do in life. And they want somebody to comfort them. You know, like, just show me some leniency. Here's the deal. In life, understand this. Everybody has choices. Everybody's life may be different, but we get about the same 24. You feel me? And you get free will. So what you do with your choices is on you. There are some people who like to seek comfort for the things that they've done to other people or harming somebody who probably never deserved it. Understand this, right? Just because you weren't raised with manners or you weren't raised with decency doesn't give you an excuse to go out there and fuck people over, dog. And I'm going to explain this to you. There are some people who try to act like, you know, they're more than the next person or they're above others. And downright, you could feel however you want to. But if you have this ego about yourself where you feel like you're more than others, or you may see somebody who can surpass you, and the only thing you can do to humble or make yourself feel whole is to destroy them, you're a dirty motherfucker. Nobody ever told you that before. I'm glad I could tell you that shit. If you feel the need to go and destroy somebody, right? Or down them, or let me see if I can screw them over, that has nothing to do with how you were raised or I came up from the streets. That just shows that you're a grimy piece of shit, bro. Because sure enough, understand this, right? Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, right? Nobody has all the answers. Cool. But you hit the age of understanding when you're about like 12 or 13. You feel me? You may not know everything it is that you do, but there are people who understand certain things, right? There are some people in this world who are naive. Some people in this world who are nice. And everybody knows the world isn't nice to nice people. You feel me? There are people in the world who are looking for somebody that they can piggyback off of, use, control, abuse, step on, all of that there, right? And then these people turn around and trying to paint the picture like, bro, like I never had a father, I never had this. That's not an excuse, bro. Because at the end of the day, remember, as I stated, everybody has free will. You have a choice in what you do. You get what I'm saying? You have a choice if you want to be nice to this person. You have a choice if you want to be an animal. You have a choice if you want to be a good human being. It's all about choices in life, dog. You have to understand that when people do some grimy, nefarious shit, it's because they have a lot of jealousy and envy on the inside, bro. And that's the real truth. You feel me? There are some people in the world, they see somebody else going about their life, and it's like, you're always happy. Why? You get what I'm saying? That bothers people. You're always winning, or you have more than me. I don't like that. That's what creates this demon or this little urge within people to screw other people over or try and act like, you know, what they did was justified to someone else. And I'm going to tell you straight up, dog, to go out of your way to screw somebody over or harm somebody, especially if they never deserved it, that just shows a lot about your character and who you are as a person, dog. Because as I stated, in life, you have free will. It's a choice. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand this. If somebody chose to do something grimy to a person, it's not because they just woke up and say, you know what, today I'm going to be a grimy individual. That's not the reason. If people do things like that, it was a long time coming. Like, yo, I've always hated this dude, or I never liked this girl, or they always get their way in life, or they're always winning, or they're always happy. There are some people who sit down and they plot on other people. And I'm going to give you an example, right? If you watch Swamp Stories, or if you ever heard of Terrence Gangsta Williams, that's Birdman's brother. He got a 1-hour special done on him by Swamp Stories. And he said something very powerful. And it's something that I said before in one of my earlier videos. He said, yo, because of the fact that Birdman was my brother, I love my brother. I'd do anything for my brother. You get what I'm saying? And he said in the next line, you know, when you're a kid, adults can see certain things that you can't see as a kid. When you're a child, there are adults that can see that you're a good person, or you're innocent, or this one might tell, or this one might snitch. Do you know what that means? There are some people who try to vet certain people and scout certain people. I said that for a reason. There are some people, if they're going to do something nefarious or they're going to do something grimy, they try to get a feel for that person before they do it. You get what I'm saying? Does anybody just up and out there in the blues just say, you know what, I'm going to try this person today? No, you want to get the feel for it. Like, is this a person I could get away with something on? There are some people who are like that in the world. That's why I said when people say, yo, you know, I screwed this person over, you know, I never had this in my life or I never had that. That's all bullshit, bro. Remember this in life, dog. Everybody has free will, dog. Everybody has a choice, bro. It's what you do with your choices. You feel me? You can choose to go rob or you can choose to go get a job. Life is hard right now. Let me try and double down on being a hustler. Or you know what? Let me find somebody that I could use. Mind you, if you watch my videos, I say this to you all the time. The average person in the world is not looking to work honestly, hard on their own. Majority rule of people are looking to see, who can I finesse? Who can I use? Who can I like really get a lick off of? And then play stupid like they had it coming. There are people who are like that, bro. There are some people who know that what they're doing is screwed up, but they try to find different reasons to justify their behavior, justify why they did what they did with their free will. And that's why I'm trying to tell you this. In life, don't be a person who's a sucker or you fall for little stories that somebody tell you. Give you an example, right? I heard somebody tell me this story when I was younger, and it made me look at them sideways, and then after they told me the story, I cut them off, right? This person said, yo, I had a neighbor before, right? Real cool dude, real humble guy, this, that, and the third. Bro said he fell on some hard times. And rather than him trying to go find a way to make some money, he knew that his neighbor had valuables in his house. That man went into the man's house when he wasn't there, stole a lot of his shit, right? Then afterwards sat there and watched the man squirm and cry and try to figure out who broke into his house, who stole his TV, who stole his belongings. You sat there and watched this man go through that shit, dog. And then all of a sudden say afterwards, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. After I did it, I felt so bad. Did you give the man back his shit? Nope. Did you ever try to give the man back his shit or tell that you were the person who did it? No. Why? Because you know the conscience that you have. It's a guilty conscience. You don't feel good about what you said. And then the mean part, the most important part, when I heard the story, the nigga was like, yo, like, I know he didn't deserve it. It's because I knew he had something that I wanted. Meaning, I'm broke right now. Instead of me trying to figure out another way, I'm going to steal from somebody who didn't deserve it. And there's some people in the world who are like that. That's why I say certain things on my videos. Don't be naive and don't be oblivious to thinking somebody won't backdoor you, dog. I did a video about this, dog. Don't think your friends can't backdoor you, bro. Mind you, if somebody's going to harm you, if somebody's going to take from you, if somebody's going to plot on you, chances are it's going to come from somebody internal, somebody close to you before it's an outsider, dog. Remember the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Here's the thing. If somebody's going to do something to you, it's going to come from somebody who knows you like that, bruh. Look at the movie Juice. I use the same examples all the time, bruh. Look at Juice. Who was the one who killed, who got to Raheem? Bishop, dog. Who was the one who was hating on Q the whole time? Bishop. It wasn't no outside. It wasn't no Rodamez. It wasn't no random person. Who shot Steele? Their homeboy. You got to understand this shit. If somebody's going to do something to you, chances are it came from somebody internal who knows you like that, bruh. Nobody from the outside is just going, oh yeah, now I got the drop on him. If they're lucky like that, or if they playing a different type of game where they send a female or they got somebody on the inside who get close to you. But it doesn't go like that. Look at the movie Paid in Full. How did Ace get set up and how all of these people got hit, bro? It was somebody internal. Somebody close to you, dog. And that's why they said you got to keep. I did a video about this like last week or the week before. Keep people out of your game room, dog. Once people in the game room, dog, they know how to play the game. You got to understand this stuff, bro. There are people out here who plot on people all day long. There are some people who could have way more than you, and they're jealous because the way how you make what you have look so good, dog, that they want to take it from you. Or there's some people, yo, this dude always bossing up or always elevating. Mind you, the very first hater I ever had in my life was my own mother, my nigga. I had people close to me, but that was the first person who gave me a fucked up stint in life, dog, was my own mom. My mom screwed me over in some stupid ways, bruh. That if some people weren't like fully aware or knew how to handle it, you would have probably went off the deep end, dog. My mom gave me the first fucked up hand in life, bruh, before anybody else, dog. Then afterwards, people who I thought were my friends, and that was me being naive. Who raised me to be that way? My mom. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you something. Don't think that just because a person known you for years that they won't do it to you like that. You got to know that person, what they get involved in, what they lifestyle like, what do they uphold. You got to understand this stuff, because you keeping the wrong people around you, or you not picking up the right type of signs that you need to look for, your ass is going to get caught slipping. I'm not even playing with you. So you got to understand this in life. No, I'm not doing these videos to make people fearful. It's just be more aware. You always holding out wads of cash or whatever. How you know your homies ain't over there plotting? How you know them niggas not broke? This nigga always got money. This nigga always winning. And we never get anything. This nigga got a whole loaf. All we could get is a crumb. There are people who think like this, dog. That's why all of that flexing shit or keeping a bag of people around you, that shit is dead, bro. Just move militant in life, bro. Move according, bro. Just understand this in life, bro. Just because a person came from poverty, or they came from the trenches, or they came from survival, doesn't give them an excuse to do whole ass shit to people, bro. There's some people who get comfortable in doing certain things because they have the power, they have the leverage, or nobody's gonna say anything. And that's another thing. There's some people who feel comfortable in doing these things because they're not gonna get checked for it. Oh, I'm from the trenches, I'm from the streets, you know how I get down, you know how I rock. You gonna say something? You already know what I'm about. And there are people who are afraid of this. We became our own worst enemies, dog. And then there are some people in the community who will not stand up and say anything about this shit. They just let it slide. Because why? It's not my problem. They're not doing it to me. As long as it's done to you and not me, then it's completely fine. That's the problem in the world. We don't know how to come together. That's why we're dismantled. We're all scattered. You feel me? Just understand this in life, bro. Being in poverty or being from the trenches or being raised on survival, that doesn't give you an excuse to do whole ass shit, bro. Plotting on people that could have been somebody who could have helped you later on in life, bruh. That's weird ass shit, bruh. That's weird behavior, bruh. You don't get no kudo points for that, bruh. Going after somebody and targeting somebody who's deemed weaker than you, that's pussy as fuck, bruh. Go up the totem pole. If you want respect, go after somebody who's bigger than you, bruh. That's how you up your rank in life, my nigga. What did David and Goliath, what did David do? David bust Goliath's ass. David is small. Goliath big as fuck. His respect went through the roof after that day. That's just like me in that situation I told you about. I got niggas in the streets who don't like me, and I was never in the streets. It's just all out of jealousy. So I'm trying to tell you something. In life, understand this, bro. Never back down and don't be naive. You feel me? Yes, learn how to pick and choose your battles, but at the same time, don't be naive in the understanding that there are people close to you who wouldn't screw you over, bro. You just got to play it smart. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I'm going to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world, man. Peace.